Tola, and here's what's cooking for today. To be or not to be. True, that is. Yeah, we're going to be talking about 15 common myths about the human body that you shouldn't believe. Give a shout out to Dictionary Scoop today for this one because that's all we're going to do, guys. There's so much negativity in the universe, right? When you wake up, it's just war, war, war. So I said, let's have some fun with this today and not get too serious. All right, how about this? Your ABCs, all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. How'd you do today, or how will you do today? Well, let's see. Nailed it on the food, nailed it on the sleep. Workout was pretty good. I'll say I'll give myself 2.5 checks today. Pain wasn't so bad, but some days you're just not feeling it, right? You're not feeling it, but you still have to go. Still part of your everyday routine. So get the workout in, whatever you do. All right, let's jump right into this because, again, I said, let's have some fun. Let's have some positivity, not negativity. And these are things, hey, half of these my mother told me, which weren't true. Let's do the first one, 15 myths debunked. Here we go. Number one, we only use 10% of our brain. That's not true, guys. Nah. It says modern advanced imaging has proven that we used all of our brain. Every part of our brain has a specific role. So now you're using a lot more than 10%. All right. Number two, here's a myth for you. Swallowed gum stays in your stomach for 7 years. Ouch. Yeah, that was when they always told you, don't swallow your gum. Well, it doesn't really matter because gum is going to be processed like anything else. Take a few days. It doesn't break down in your stomach, but it will be released, no doubt. All right, number three, cracking your knuckles leads to arthritis. That's not true. Hey, I crack my knuckles. They said there's no link between cracking your knuckles and arthritis. They said the sound comes from there's these minuscule gas bubbles that are collapsing, they said, in the joint fluid. It's not bone damage. No, don't worry about that. Arthritis is caused by genetics and injuries, guys. So don't be worrying about that. All right, number four, shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. Not true. I mean, ladies shave their legs, guys, your beard. That's not true. It says shaving can make the hair appear thicker because it leaves a blunt edge at the end of that hair and it feels coarser, but it's not true. No, hair regrowth is determined solely by genetics and hormones. All right, number five, your blood is blue in your veins, and then when it hits the air, it turns red. Not true, guys. No, not true at all. Your blood's always red. It said it can appear blue due to this optical effect caused by light diffraction. Yeah, they look blue, but they're not. It's red. Now, there could be different shades of red. Oxygen-rich blood is more of a bright red, whereas oxygen-poor blood is darker red. All right. Number six, how about this? Sugar makes kids hyperactive. How about that? Everybody believes that. When I was teaching these kids in school, I thought, don't give them sugar. Well, guess what? I didn't know that. It doesn't. Research shows there's no link between sugar and hyperactivity. Nah, sorry, Mom. All you moms out there, say, ask any parent. They're going to tell you that one's not true. But they said sugar is not the culprit. Nope, not at all. All right, how about this? You lose most of your body heat through your head. That's not true. They said heat loss simply depends on the exposed area. How about that? I was told so many times, put a hat on, put a hat on. That doesn't matter. It's what's exposed. All right, number 8. This is a good one. This is one that you really should continue to believe. Drinking alcohol kills brain cells. Well, let me tell you, I wish it did. Well, it doesn't. It can impair the communication between brain cells, but it doesn't kill brain cells, guys. Now, if you've been drinking long term and abuse it, you're definitely brain dead on that one. All right, here we go. Number 9, different parts of your tongue have different taste receptors. That's not true. Now, he said taste receptors for sweet, salty, sour, bitter, they're spread throughout your tongue. So it's kind of spread out evenly. So much for that one. How about this? Number 10. Hey, I mean, too bad. Well, if you ask Abraham Lincoln, reading in dim light damages your eyes. He used to read by candlelight. I mean, when you watch, hey, I put out this movie, Mary Shelley. I love that movie. I mean, everything was candlelight, but no, 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 no. It doesn't do that. Now, it could strain your eyes, but there's no permanent damage. And now, here's the thing, your eyes adjust to less light. Your eyes make an adjustment, so it may take a little bit of time to come back, but no, you're not going to damage your eyes. All right, how about this? This is one that everybody believes to be true. They wish it were. Sweating removes toxins. It doesn't work that way, guys. Sweat is mostly water and salt. Doesn't remove the toxin. So if you get all boozed up tonight or over the weekend and you're hungover, you're not going to sweat it out, right? Your liver and your kidneys are about detoxification. That's it. So those two guys, we talked about this in the previous show, but sweat regulates your body temperature. Cool. All right, let's keep going. We're almost done here. What is this? Number 12 is hair and nails keep growing after death. That's not true. Now, after death, what happens is the skin dehydrates and it retracts. So it appears that your nails grow, but that's not true. Living tissue, right? You need living tissue for anything to grow. All right. Number 13, humans only have 5 senses. How about this? The scientists believe we have 33 senses. Yeah, you know the main ones, sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. No, they say there's balance, there's temperature regulation, there's body position. So your body, your humans have many more than 5 senses. All right, here we go. Number 14, coming down the home stretch here. Sweating leads to fat loss. Yeah, you hope that was the case, but that is not the case. Hey, what's going on over here? I'm looking. My little got a little contraption here, guys, that can control the Tola talks. All right, how about this? Sweating does not lead to fat loss. No, just like sweat equals toxins, or that's a myth. This isn't true. Okay, it says sweat reflects water weight. It's not fat loss. No way. No, that's after you rehydrate, you put the weight back on, but fat is burned through metabolic processes, not perspiration. You guys know that by now. All right, number 15. The phases of the moon influence hair growth. Yeah, I've never even heard that one, but no, there's no scientific evidence linking phases of the moon to hair growth. They said studies to show that hair growth, how does hair grow? By genetics, nutrition, and overall health. Anybody say ABCs? That's why the ABCs are so crucial, always. All right, guys. Yeah, I just thought I'd have some fun with this. Again, I mean, whatever we're reading about, you have to stay positive. Got to find the lightheartedness in all situations. Got to find the positivity in all situations. So have some fun with this. But these are myths. I mean, what happens so many times, people believe things that just aren't true. Now, again, it's good to respect someone else's opinion, but hey, just because they say it doesn't mean it's true. All right, what are we going to do? We're ending with the 3 Tola takeaways because, again, to me, this is such part of your foundation. Number 1, respect the ABCs. Got to be getting in the workout regardless of how you feel. Forget about sweating it out, guys. You got to work it out for sure. Number 2, pick up the phone, call someone, shed your goodwill, shed your spread your love today, right? Pick up the phone. Don't just text somebody. I think that's important. Go visit somebody. Be right in front of them. Make it worthwhile. And finally, always be willing to accept another person's opinion. Just because they think differently than you doesn't mean they're wrong. Now, they may not know the facts. Got to check the myths and debunk them, but no. All right, guys, get out there. Have an awesome week this week. It's Monday. We got tax week coming up. But again, keep moving forward on everything you're working on. Stay positive. Embrace the ABCs. And as always, have an awesome day. Get your workout.